Hello, good morning, good afternoon. Let me get my mess picked up. I was a little late there because I was working on a video and I had to get the camera switched over. I ran just a little longer than I originally planned. So let me get this out of the way. Over there, over there. Get my mess picked up. Whew. Okay. Of course, I'll have to drag this all back out in a few minutes, in an hour or so. That's okay. All right. These put away. Oh. I have made a mess. Okay. Here we go. Hello, Francis. All right. I've made a complete and utter mess here. So let me get this cleared off my desk. Okay. Oh. Well, dang. How's everybody doing today? Let's add some oil. Get this sucker lit. So I burned peppermint in here because it helps my migraines. There we go. Get that smoking. All right. So, wow. Have I got to tell you guys about yesterday? Let me tell you. It was one of those days. Okay, so I have been working on putting a kit together for this, and I have talked to the hags, and what we're going to do is we are going to do this kit in my shop as an add-on. So you'll be able to buy the kit, and then as an add-on, you can buy the paper pack to go in it. And we're trying to keep this below $10. So for the paper and the book itself and the muslin and all of that, we're going to keep it under $10. So when we get to this one, I'm going to put this into the shop probably about I would say probably about a month, 3 weeks before we start this project. So I'll put it in there. Why is your stuff gray? What do you mean, Francis? Oh, okay. You're good now. Okay. So, yeah, Amy and I are working on it. She's going to put together special paper packs for this that I'm going to list in my shop. And it'll be an add-on to this package. So you'll be able to get this and then do an add-on. Okay. And she's going to put bigger packages in her shop. So if you want to go over to her shop to get additional paper or, items, you can. So far, what we've determined is this is gonna come with your preset chipboards, a 2-inch spine that you can cut down to whatever size book you want to make. It's gonna have a piece of muslin book cloth that will cover the whole thing. You're gonna get some Tyvek for it, so you can do the inside and the outside with the Tyvek. And I think that, and then the paper pack, and that's going to be kind of the basic kit, I think, is what we decided. We're still working out the details, but enough people have said, hey, could you do a kit for it, that I will do a kit for that class. Okay. Hello, Miss Candy. I went and bought muslin yesterday, so which I'm going to turn into book cloth and cut down to the appropriate size. So yesterday, after my live, Amy and I went shopping. I had to go get a haircut, so I had to drive out to Henderson. I'm very picky about my hair, and the gal that does it, unless I want to pay $100 for a haircut, the gal that does it for me is out in Henderson. So it's like a 35 minute ride, 40 with traffic, construction, 45. She's out in Henderson because I used to live in Henderson. And so I made an appointment to go see her, and I went to go see her and get a haircut because, yeah, it was a little, I had that whole shaggy dog look. When I paint the cloth, okay, if I'm going to paint the cloth or dye it with inks or anything like that, I do that. If I do the inks, I do that before I make it into book cloth. If I'm doing paint, like acrylic paint, I do that after it's into book cloth. Because it's not bad to heat the ink, but it is bad to heat the acrylic paint. You can peel it right off. So ink or dye before, paint after. General rule of thumb. So we went and I got my hair done. Thank God. She took, let's just say this, there should not be that much hair on the floor if there's still hair on my head. Okay. But she thinned it and layered it and shagged it out for me, which is the way I like to keep it because it's easy that way. I can just get it wet, and I have naturally curly hair. So I can get it wet and I can just kind of, scrunch it and walk out the door. I don't have to worry. So if anybody's interested, this is today's snacks. Entenmann's Little Bites Party Cake Muffins. They're cute. It's breakfast. So right next to where I get my hair done, a couple of shops down, is a Hobby Snobby. So I said, hey, Amy, while we're here, is there anything that you need? She goes, oh, well, I could go look and see if they have this. And I went, okay. Now, she wants to do a boho journal, and she's looking for that trim that has the coins on it, the coin trim. And she was also looking for some dye. And we haven't been to that store, so we haven't been there in 6 months. So we figured they might have some of the dye. So we went in, and here's the thing with Hobby Snobby. They put dye in 2 places. One in the fabric department, and the other one is where they have like the canvas totes and the tennis shoes and stuff, where they have like the tie-dye stuff. They have the regular clothing dye there as well. So we went in, and she's like, okay, there's only one. And I went, come on. Because she goes, there's only one. Let's go pay for it. I said, come on. This is Hobby Lobby. They got it over in the other. She goes, yeah. Walk over, and there's 2 more. She needed 3, so she got what she needed. So I said, okay, I need some muslin for these book kits. So I went and I bought some unbleached muslin. Nice heavyweight muslin too. This is a good weight muslin. So I went and I bought a couple of yards of muslin so that I had enough to do the book sets. And while we're waiting in line, there was like 2 people in front of us to get their fabrics cut. And so I can't stand in one place for very long. It because of my back. It bothers my back. So Amy stands in the line with the basket while I go and meander around the fabric department. Well, meandering went from I'm getting 2 yards of this to, oh, look, I bought a whole bag of fabric. So the first thing I found after the muslin was this one. And I think it's beautiful. Right? It's really pretty and bright, and it's had that black background. It's just gorgeous, and I think it's going to make a nice journal. So I found that one, and then I found this one, and I thought, this is cute, and it feels like, it's not like cotton, it's like muslin cotton, so it's that coarser cotton, and so I thought this would be cute for like travel journals or vacation journals and stuff. And then I saw this, and I had to grab it because, well, we all know about my good friend. Yes. So I had to get this one. Honey, don't freak out. It's already in the mail. It's going today. Hey, Carla. And then I looked at the discount bin, and I found this, and I was like, that's cool. I like it. The water look and stuff. So I grabbed that. And then I saw this one, and this was all they had of it. So I'm watching the girl, and she's literally, here, let me do this one. She's cutting the fabric, right? And then she starts to fold it, and she does this weird like half thing, and then she turns it over and she folds it like this. And I'm thinking, okay, she's new. She doesn't know how to fold fabric. Then I realized she had done it to all of my fabrics, this little weird fold, all of them. And I was like, why would she do that? Like, I have never seen anybody do this. You fold it like this. Never seen anybody do it like this. It was weird. And then I said something to Amy, and she goes, she did it to the people that were in front of us too, I noticed. And I was like, girl just doesn't know how to fold no fabrics. So these are all going to get cut down and made into book cloth. So that was weird. And I was like, okay, that's different. So we start to walk away, and Amy, if you don't know this, Amy's asthmatic. That's one of the reasons why we don't smoke in the house anymore, because Amy does have asthma, and she has an inhaler, but it's still not fair to her, you know? So Mike and I smoke outside. It's not like it's going to kill us to go outside and smoke. So Mike cleaned everything in the house and steam cleaned carpets and washed drapery and painted walls and everything while we were on our Oklahoma trip. And now we smoke outside. So we're walking, and the two ladies that were in front of us, the younger black girls, they were like in their 20s. Amy starts coughing, and they had an older black lady with her, and she goes, "Sweetheart, baby, just take that mask off and breathe." Almost lost it. And so I was like, okay, let's go down this aisle, this flower aisle. We have no reason to be in this flower aisle. It's a floral aisle. We got in there. I said, take your mask off. So she takes her mask off, and somebody walks by, and I go, "Oh, look, black roses." She's like, "Oh, those are beautiful." As she's standing behind me with her mask off, trying to breathe. And I always carry my inhaler with me, so if she needs it, I always have mine, because she tends to forget hers. So we go up, and we paid for our stuff. We went out, we got in the car, and we start to leave the parking lot. And the other anchor store here is Target. And, you know, it's that time of year, so Target has all of the pedestrian crossing signs out and stuff in the front of the store. And as we're driving by, there's this employee standing there, probably on her break, and she's eating a pint of Ben and Jerry's ice cream, and she is going to town. Amy almost loses it. So I was like, okay, it's time to go now. And so they were gorgeous too. Oh my God, Francis, they were gorgeous. And very lifelike looking. Hobby Lobby does, I don't know who they get their flowers from, but whoever their buyer has a fantastic eye, because their artificial flowers look real. And they're not that expensive. We saw one stem of little baby red roses that, I swear to God, if I'd saw them in the garden, I would have thought they were real. And they were only like $2 for the whole stem, and it was a big stem. So, yeah, I don't know who their buyer is, but whoever it is, kudos to them, because their floral department is gorgeous. So we get on the main street, we're driving down the street, and we have a green light. And some guy who's in the turn lane going in the opposite direction, so you know he doesn't have an arrow, because I have a green light, whips a U-turn, fishtails the car, and takes off like a bat out of hell just to get caught at the red light. So we go up, we go past Ethel M Chocolates, and it turns and heads back into Vegas. And as we're coming down the hill, there's a guy stopped on the side of the road, and he's in my lane, and there's cars on the other side. So I slow down, and I realize this guy is trying to catch a dog, a little white dog, cute little guy. And I was like, what the? So I throw my hazard lights on real quick, put my car in park as the dog goes to run into the street. And I'm like, oh my God, because there's somebody coming down the hill, and they're just going to go around me. I know they are. They're not going to stop. They don't see my caution lights, my hazard lights, as being anything of importance. And the guy thank God, reached out at just the right second and snagged it. And it was this cute little doggy. Let me see if I can find him. I took a picture of him in the car. Camera? Yes, I do have a picture of him. Let me see. Rotate already. So this was my little friend. Ain't he cute? And he had this little buffalo check lumberjack shirt on. Cute as shit. Anyway, so the guy, he starts to come around. He's like, thanks for stopping. I was like, oh, did he jump out of the car? He goes, no, I got 2 other dogs in here and I can't put him in there, but I just found him. He was on the side of the road and I didn't want him to get hit. And I was like, well, we can help you, look. And he was like, okay, he dumps the dog in Amy's lap. Amy is not a dog person. She says she's not. Truth is, she kind of is. But he dumps the dog in her lap, gets in his car, and takes off. So now we're thinking, is this guy like a dog napper or something? Is he like dumping dogs or napping dogs? What is he doing? So we go and drive through the neighborhood. There's kids playing. We pull up by the kids. And we're like, hey, anybody recognize the dog? And they're like, no. So we find, nosy neighbor lady. She's in the neighborhood too. And we were like, excuse me, ma'am, do you recognize this dog? She goes, no, but he's so sweet. If you don't find the owner, I'll take him, bring him right back here. You memorize this house. I'm like, lady, there's no way in hell I'm taking this poor little dog and giving it to you. So we're driving around. We went down 5 or 6 streets. We went around the blocks a few times. Could not find the owner. Didn't see anybody out looking for the little dog. So I said, well, here's what we'll do. We'll take it home. I will post in a couple of lost and found animal sites. And, we'll see if somebody claims the dog. If nobody claims the dog, then we'll go ahead and I'll rehome it. My ex-husband and his wife would love that dog. And his wife would adore that little dog. So no collar. So I brought it home, and before I brought it home, we had like 3 more stops to make. So I had to stop in a Walgreens and buy a collar and a leash. And then we took it in the store with us. And we go into the Savers, and this lady goes, oh, could I borrow your dog to mate with my female? I was like, no, he's fixed. I have no idea. I'm like, no, he's fixed. She's like, oh, okay. Oh. So we finish our shopping. He loves everybody. He's like, and the store was in the neighborhood, so I was hoping that maybe somebody would recognize him, So we're like shopping, and he loves everybody, and he wants everybody to pet him, and he wants to kiss everybody. And I take him outside. We put him back in the car, and I left him in the car while I went inside. And he was very good in the car when I went into the next store, because they have food in there, so you can't take him in there. And then we got in the car, and we started to come home. And we're driving down a street that we don't normally go down. But there was construction, so we had to go this way. Oh, my God. Why does this happen to us? So we're going down the street, and I need to make a right to cut through the University of Nevada. UNLV is like right behind the Strip. It's like Strip, UNLV, the rest of Vegas. So we were going to make a right and go along the back of the UNLV. And right on the corner there is like a tire shop, a Circle K, big gas station type thing, fast food restaurant, the whole 9 yards. And I'm trying to get over to the right to make a right-hand turn, and like cars won't let me in, and they're driving weird. Like, you know when they're weird, right? They're like going really slow and weird. And I look up and I see this lady, and I was like gonna make the comment about how unfortunate it was. You know those jeggings, like the ones that are skin tone that people should not wear if it's their skin tone? I thought that's what she had on. And I was going to say, Amy, how unfortunate that she has on those jeggings in that color. And then she turned and I realized, no, she was butt ass naked. Butt naked. She had on a pair of high top tennis shoes. She had what looked like a pair of like track pants that were wrapped around one leg, and she was holding the end of it, but it wasn't on her body. And she had like the jacket for this tracksuit, which at one point she was holding up by her chest, but then she started flailing it around and her boobs were just... And I'm like, okay. Just as Amy looks up and goes, nope, fully naked. This was an angry, naked black lady giving everybody in the parking lot shit. She was mad. That's why we couldn't get over, because people were filming it. Oh my God. I have no idea how this happens to us. But for some reason, whenever Amy and I go out, there's nudity involved. We sat here last night. We talked about all the times we've seen some weird stuff in Vegas since she's been here. There was Boobapalooza. We went into a store one day and there was a gal in there in a clear bra. That was all she had on. Like shorts and a clear acrylic bra. And Amy was like, Boobapalooza. I was like, shit, we forgot. Today was Boobapalooza. We should go home and change. Oh. So we've seen naked men, naked women, half-naked women, half-naked men. Vintage Elvis, the later years. Yeah. So we're like, what else can happen? So we're driving home. We're on the home stretch. We are heading up towards Summerlin. And we stop at a red light. And traffic's, they start doing the turn thing. And this guy steps off this corner and decides he wants to be on this corner. Not that corner, this corner. So he walks diagonally through traffic as these two lanes of traffic are starting to move. And he's giving them hell. He's like, I'm walking here. Like, no. Oh, I've seen a few of those too, Francis. Yep. Seen a few of those too. So, yeah. I just wanted to go get some damn fabric. That's all I wanted. Wanted to get a haircut and buy some fabric. Get Amy some dye. So I come in the house yesterday with food, fabric, dye, and a dog. Thankfully, luckily, Cookie, which is apparently the dog's name, was reunited with Mommy and Daddy last night. They drove all the way up here from Henderson to pick up Cookie. So Cookie has gone home, thankfully, which is a good thing, because Harry looked at me and went, oh, we're going to talk. That's that stays, we're talking. Hello, Sabrina. So, yeah. It was one of those. Okay. So I also went to Savers. Nobody wants to see my beef jerky. Okay, so I went to Savers and I picked this up. We're going to do a project with this. It's $2, but we're going to do a project with this. It's in French, except that it says it was made from recycled cotton. That's in English. But we're going to use this to do a project. So it's going to go on the table behind me in the project pile. What else did I get? Oh, yeah. I found this. It is a Carl paper cutter. And it came with a secondary blade. And it has the swing arm. So I got an extra blade. Personal pipe trimmer. Yep. Comes with a secondary blade. And so I found that. So I'm going to put that in the shop. They didn't have a lot, I'll tell you that. But they had this. Let's see if I can grab it. It's all the way across the room. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. No sew flow fleece throw kit finished. It's 43 by 55 approximately, but it's a Harry Potter one, and it's all here. And then there's the the directions. So 3 easy steps. Put it together, and it's a pretty nice fleece. It's $27.99 is the price on this thing. That's not what I paid, but $27.99. So I was like, all right, yeah, we'll take that. Ooh. So I got that brand new. Ugh. I think that was everything. Oh, and then I stopped at the outlet store. Hello, Buford. So I stopped at the outlet store and I grabbed those out. There we go. Okay, there's another one. Paper flowers. So these are going to go in the shop. Maybe not these. Maybe not those. These definitely. See how I am? And then I went to, I grabbed some of these. because we're going to be using these in a project. So grab those. And some more rubber bands, which I desperately needed. So yeah, we're going to be using these in a project. And I got another bag of rubber bands. I go through rubber bands like there's nobody's business. So I think that was it. When we came home and we ate chicken. Came home and we ate our chicken from El Pollo Loco and waited for Mommy and Daddy to come and pick up Cookie. And then Cookie left, and I had to have that discussion with Harry. He sort of chilled out when I told him, he's gone. Dude, chill. But I have been in the cat box ever since. He's not talking to me right now. Yeah, he didn't like the fluffy little white doggy. It went to say hi to Harry, and Harry went, I don't think so. You noticed I haven't said the A word today, and he hasn't been up here yet. The A name, and he hasn't come up here. I'm telling you, it's just saying that name. All right, so that is the sum total of my day yesterday. All right. That being said, let's make some pokey tools. Oh. Okay, first step, closing these things up. The Amy, she's sleeping. She's been working really hard for the last, 4 days or so, trying desperately to get her room to a point where she's not living in the middle of a craft-a-lanch. So she pulled everything out of her room. And I mean this, it was on the counter in the bathroom. She had it in the extra bedroom. She had it in the living room. She had it all over the couch, the love seat, the dining room table. She pulled everything out of her room to try and get, her room organized to a point where it was workable, because it just gets out of control. And I get it. She lives in a 10 by 10 foot room. She has access to the house. She has the garage, but oh, crapo. When she's trying to get multiple color kits together and keep on top of, her coffee dye and her tea dye, and it gets out of control, and she's got piles and piles. I mean, there's a stack right now of red and green paper out in the garage. It's got to be 3 feet tall. How she gets it to stay up, I don't know. But it's like 3 or 4 feet tall out there. I'm not saying that word. No. He'll come charging over here to look for her. And then where will we be? Then we'll be in trouble. Okay. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Chase them all over the place. Girl. Well, that's what you have hubby for. You make him lift stuff and pick stuff up and move stuff around. Don't you do it. I want to see what this big one looks like. Probably stupid. It's not too bad. I mean, it's not fantastic, but it's not too bad. So she's been working on that, and last night she looked at me and she said, I'm going to bed. I just can't keep my eyes open. So off to bed she went. She's been in there ever since. Get back in the bin where you belong. These blue ones too. That's purple. Do I not have one in that color? In that size? All right, we're going back into the bin. Back into the bag. I have a pound of these things, and I still can't find the one I want. Nope, that's too big. I need the next size doll. Oh. So yeah, I mean, he was a cute little puppy, but he wore her out. That's what she said. She blamed it on the dog. It was funny. She's like, I think it was the doggy, but I'm really tired. Okay. That's because she sat in the car for 20 minutes and did nothing but pet the dog. See, I want that size, but I need it to be blue. Same size. I need it one size smaller. Damn it. Yeah, the big tray here in a second. Seriously? All right. You made me do it. I'm getting out the big one. Yeah, so she's working on getting her room done so she could, you know, sleep on her bed and get in and out of it and not worry about a craft-a-lanch. And which is my fear. Mike and I are gonna go someplace. She's gonna fall down in there, and we're gonna come home and find her buried in her stuff. Okay, I admit this may not have been my most brilliant moment, but damn it, I wanted that size. And I found one, so, you know, I'm good. Ha! Yeah, I don't like this one at all. We're going to redo it. This one. This one. This one. 2 of these. There we go. No, I think that's all the colors that are in here. No, I lied. There's another color. 5 colors. This one. This one. There. This one. This one. There we go. Okay. Now I have to figure out how to get this back into there. Hey, Vanessa. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Didn't really think this out. We'll scoop them. Okay. All right, those are down. So I'm going to get these in here. And the ones that I spilled on the floor, I'll just vacuum those up. All right, here we go. Okay. Last scoop. Yay! All right, we'll get that mess picked up. Okay. And I will finish these later. Where's my things? Ah, here we go. Nope, that's not them. Where are they? They have to be here someplace. Harry gets up here and he starts knocking stuff around, you know? And then it's just a mess. That cat is constantly getting into stuff. Whoa. Never fear. I have another package right here. I have an appointment on January the 29th to go see the surgeon. And I don't know how far out they're going to schedule the surgery. I don't imagine that it's going to be very far. But as soon as I know, I will let y'all know, because I probably won't be doing too many lives at that point. Hi, Hubber. Hey. Hi, baby.
I have the most fantastic, awesomeness news.
What?
And it actually puts this year leaving on a high note.
What?
Mikey starts January 24th.
Very cool.
He got the job.
Yay. That's a good thing.
Yes. So happy and proud. Now I'll have two of me at work.
That's a little scary. So this is for a project that I'm doing later, so I'm just capping these so that the beads don't come off, and so that I don't poke my fingers with the stickies. We're going to be doing this as a project in a video later, so I'm just setting up for it, All right, so my son got a job at Cox Cable, which is where his dad works. Does this bead not look like it belongs there? Okay, I'll fix it later. All right. See, now I don't have to worry about them coming off. Okay. In the tray, pliers, stuff. Over here. This one has to go over here now. Hello, Mary Kay. Hey, KK. Candy says hi, Hubber.
Hi, Candy.
Yep. So that was my day yesterday. Naked, angry black lady, small little lost white dog, weird guy jaywalking across the street. That was pretty much my day. So, let's see. Okay, that's everything. Oh, yeah. See, Vanessa, I had the trigger figure done years ago. for this one. And it was funny. I have anesthesia awareness, so I wake up under anesthesia. And when they were doing my finger, they had put like, BP cups on my arm to use as a tourniquet to bring the blood bleeding down and everything so they could go in and do this. And so my hand is there and they've got the drape over it and everything. And like, obviously the table is right, like this side of the doctor. And he's trying to get in there, like, and put a retractor and pull it this way. And he can't get where he needs to be. And I woke up and I was listening to them and I was still a little paralyzed. So I couldn't really move or let them know that I was awake or anything. And the surgeon says, well, I can't get this over where it needs to be. And shortly thereafter, I was able to move. And so I just picked my arm up, flopped it over, and I grabbed the retractor. And I pulled it back a little bit. And he went, that's enough. And he went, yeah, where's the anesthesiologist? And they put me back under because apparently having your patient wake up in the middle of the surgery, a little freaky for him. We warned them, every time I have surgery, I warn them. And I had my gallbladder removed. If you ever had a gallbladder removed, you know that the first thing they do is the bile duct, where they go through your throat down to where the bile duct is to remove the blockage. And they do this in like under ultrasound so they can see where they're at. And there was a big window there, like a theater kind of thing. And my mom and my husband were standing on the other side of it while they were doing the surgery. My mom was like, this is cool, we'll watch. So they were watching the procedure, and I woke up in the middle of it, and my mom filmed it. I woke up in the middle of it, stood up on the table, still had surgical instruments in my mouth, and started kicking their butts. And the next day, when 2 days later, when they went in to actually remove my my gallbladder, the guy walks in and he goes, oh my God. He goes, I'll be right back. And the surgeon's like, what? He's like, I'll be back. He came back in with this line that had like 20 ports on it. And each one had a little teeny, a regular needle, but a small dose of the anesthesia in it. And he brought in this monitor that monitors my brain. And he did not tape my eyes so that if I opened my eyes, he would know that I was awake. And he puts this little brain monitor on me, and he sat down and he hooked that up to my IV line. And he goes, all right, I'm going to put her to sleep. You can start. I'll let you know when to stop. And through the whole surgery, he just kept giving me small doses of anesthesia every time my brain would start to wake up. Because apparently I kicked him the day before. Yeah, see, my mom was told the same thing when she had hers done years ago. They told her, just don't lean on your hands, but do everything normal. But I do know that some people say, they don't have like fine motor skill to be able to do intricate stuff. So I probably will not be beating or binding any books because I'm not going to be able to pull the needle. They say that that's one of the things that you have to that stresses it. So, and I can see that because sometimes when I grab the needle, it sends a shock right up my arm.
What if you use like a pair of needle-nose pliers?
Yep. Get out of bed, Mary Kay.
What about like needle-nose pliers?
Yeah, I can use needle nose pliers to do it.
So I wouldn't want to see you not be able to do the books you enjoy doing.
I know, honey. You'll figure it out. I know you will. See, Hubbard's always thinking about me.
Fix it good.
That's right, baby. Fix it good.
Make you happy.
All right. So Hubbard is up and he's going to start work soon, which means I have to go and hang out with him. Hey, look, cardstock and a paper punch. Let me just cut this square here real quick. This will be cool. Yeah, that'll work. I like that color. I'm looking for the right color for something. That'll be the right color. That'll work. Let's see. Where's my thing? Here's my thing. Oh, perfect. Yeah, it's the right color. Okay. I didn't even see that there. That's what I get for keeping stuff. All right. So I am going to go and hang out with the Hubs for a bit before he has to start work. And let's see. So as I said at the beginning, and some people weren't here, so I'm going to go ahead and let everybody know again. So I talked to Amy, and Hags is going to put together a special paper pack for this that I can put as an add-on to the original listing. So far, what we figured out is you're going to get the 2 pieces of 6x9. You're going to get the 2-inch. You're going to get the Tyvek that you need to do the front and the back, and you're going to get a piece of muslin to do your outside cloth. It's going to be a muslin book cloth. I'm going to book cloth it or send you the stuff to do it. Who knows? I'll probably do it for you just so it's easier. And then Amy's going to add a paper pack to it. We're going to try and keep the price point between $8 and $10 on this. And I will put it in probably 3 to 4 weeks before we start this project so that everybody who wants to get one can get one. And I'm going to figure out the shipping costs on it and everything. So we're trying to keep it, reasonable. But I'll put it in my Etsy shop. And then Amy will also have in her shop an additional paper pack if you want to go larger. So we'll have those in there. And if you are doing a little golden book one and you still need a little golden book, in my Facebook group is a listing of all the little golden books that we have. Let's see. So you can grab one of those. I'm going to try and ship a medium mail so that they're less expensive to ship. I just don't know. So it's bound material, so technically it's media. But we're going to try and get those shipped. And what else? Oh, yeah. Your kit will come with wax thread and, all of that stuff. So you'll be ready to go. And that's it. That's the only thing I needed to remind you guys of. So I'm thinking to get through the little golden book is probably going to be like 5 or 6 weeks to get through it. Because we're going to go from gutting it to finishing. Okay. So that'll take 5 to 6 weeks. And then we'll do 5 to 6 weeks on using an existing book. And then probably 6 to 8 weeks on building your own book. And I haven't decided yet, but I may do this build your own book as a hidden binding. We have to just figure that out. So I'm working my way through it. And as soon as I figure that out, I will let you guys know. The little golden book? No, I keep the story. I keep the story, but I do incorporate it into the journal. So, in readable order, too, by the way. All right, so that is it. That's all I have. Listen, if you're new here and you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Like me, ring my bell, share me with all your friends, and your friends can be my friends. My friends can be your friends, and our friends can get to be friends. Before you know it, we have a giant crafting community. I go live on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 11, 12, 1 across the country, and the rest of the world can figure it out on their own. I don't math that well. Starting in January, on January the 1st, I will be doing my 12 of 22 journal challenge. And it is a single signature journal. And I have a video posted about that one. So check that out. I'll link it in the description box below when I get a chance. And let's see what else. Yeah. So basically, it's a single signature journal. You just make the journal, take the picture, send them to me. You get entries. The more entries I get over time, the larger the prize becomes. So we'll see, how many we get, because I'm not going to give away a great big huge prize if I only get like 12 or 15 journals all year. But if I just have 5 people participate and they turn in 1 journal a month, that's 60 journals at the end of the year. That's worth a prize. So I'm going to step it up as it goes. Let's see. Starting in January, on January the 8th, I will be starting the Little Golden Book free class. And that's going to come out as a video in the morning. So you'll wake up to a video. You'll be able to go in and follow the video. It's in my standard tutorial style. So you'll be able to go in and follow the video, and it has all the appropriate pauses in it so you can catch up and do what needs to be done. And then that afternoon, I will go live on StreamYard, where I will list the link so you can come in with your camera and go, I'm stuck, and show me where you're stuck, and I can actually walk you through it. Okay. So it's going to be a completely free class. I'm not asking for anything. I'm making books available, but you don't have to buy it from me. I am making kits available for the regular book class, but you don't have to buy it from me. It's just, if you don't want to go out and buy a pack of chipboard, you can get it from me. If you don't want to use cereal boxes, you can get it from me, and it's all pre-cut and ready to go. And you get the book cloth and all the other stuff. So that's it. Also, I did want to mention that following on the advice of my children, I have added a buy me a cup of coffee, but for me, it's buy me a Dr. Pepper. It's in the description box below if you so feel inclined to, buy me a Dr. Pepper so I can buy more stuff on Scavenger. Fantastic. If not, hey, we're cool with it. I didn't really want it there, but my kids said, Ma, you got to do this. I said, okay. So that's where it's at. And I think that's it. That's all I have for you. Listen, until I see you again, do me a favor, guys. Stay safe. Bye-bye.